So, what do you know about the NRA and their tensions with the public over the recent school shootings?
Um, I haven't seen much, but I did recently see an Instagram post of people who were unhappy with the such school shootings. And I know that some people are kind of pointing the blame at the NRA, saying that they're condoning such behavior.
All right. What do you know about the standpoint of the government, like their view on firearms and guns?
I know that they try to regulate it the best that they can. That's really a field that's kind of hard to regulate. Like when you try to really just control a lot of that, especially things that can be dangerous in the wrong hands.
I gotcha. What are your opinions on gun control?
Um, well, I believe although it is necessary, it doesn't really need to be carried out to the extent that some people believe that it needs to be. And I kind of like to think that people are responsible for what they do, and that, it's kind of their own fault if anything happens to them or from them.
All right, lit.
Do you have any more questions?
Nah, that's it, bruh.
All right.
What do you know about the NRA and their tensions with the public over the recent school shootings?
Well, the NRA is pro-gun, know that, or pro-Second Amendment, I should say. So there's obviously tension because they support the Second Amendment and they support people being armed, and a lot of the people in the wake of these school shootings are not supporting that.
All right. What do you know about the standpoint of the government on guns before and after the school shootings?
Well, legally, their standpoint's the same because the Constitution hasn't changed. But I do believe that we're going to start seeing implementation of stricter gun control laws. I know certain vendors of guns have started to implement stricter laws, like Dick's Sporting Goods has a stricter process now in order to be able to purchase a firearm. So I believe that we'll kind of see that first, and then, if anything, I think the government will tighten things up after that.
All right. Last question. What are your opinions on gun control? Like, are you pro-gun or against them, or?
I definitely believe that people have the right to bear arms. I think that goes to a certain extent. I think some guns really aren't necessary to the public, but I do believe that it's legal to own them, and I believe that if you go through the proper psychological tests and background checks, that you should absolutely be able to own them for hunting or for target practice, or just because you like to have them like other hobbies that people have. It's completely legal when you use them safely, and it's not guns that kill people, it's the person behind the gun.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you know about the NRA and their tensions with the public over the recent school shootings?
I know the NRA is like an organization that's pro-gun. It helps push gun laws and regulations through governments, and it's kind of a voice for that Second Amendment. I know a lot of people are blaming them for school shootings and such because they're pushing for more freedom with guns and less restrictions towards them and stuff like that. So people are blaming them for kids and other people getting their hands on these guns. So
All right. What do you know about the standpoint of the government on guns?
I know about what the government's saying about guns.
Yeah, like just not the representatives for like the NRA trying to push stuff through, just like the rest of the government in general.
I know the government's coming. There's getting a lot of tension right now from a lot of different people. They got people saying very pro-gun, and then other people very against it. So it's kind of hard for them in different states, trying to push different laws through and stuff like that, making it safe. I know Florida just put in a law about making it harder to buy guns, going through more background checks, and if something comes up where you might be a little bit sketchy or have a bad past, and that you can't get a gun. So I think you'll see more background checks and more stuff like that. So try to keep them out of bad hands.
Sweet. What are your opinions on gun control, like personal opinions?
I think the way we have it right now is pretty good. I think background checks could be a little bit better and stuff like that, but I do support the Second Amendment and think people should protect themselves, because if you take them out of the good people's hands, the bad guys are still going to have the guns, so it's not going to solve too much. Like, you can tell in some inner cities that have strict gun laws but still have a bunch of crime, so I support it and think it's pretty good how it is right now.
Awesome, thank you.